today's session. Good morning once again. So let me start the today's session. So before I start, so I would like to show you what all the things that we have in module 2 and module 3. So basically module 2 and 3 are a bit related topics. So as you could see, the concepts such as transformations, so 3D translations, rotation, scaling, composite 3D transformations. So we have covered these concepts in the with respect to the 2D transformation. See here, the same concept have been seen. So maybe the next week Monday we are going to see the concepts of 3D translation, rotation, scaling, and 3D transformation. Water off until here. So in the third module we started the concept of clipping, understood what is clipping. So clipping a polygon also we have seen last class. So we have covered an algorithm on Cohen-Sutherland line clipping, right? Right. So we have solved the problems on that. We have solved two problems on Cohen-Sutherland line clipping, and also we have theoretically the Monday sessions we have seen what is Sutherland-Hartmann polygon clipping algorithm. So today we would see a problem to solve theoretically what is a Sutherland-Hartmann polygon clipping, how does it works, right? So let me go to the PPT. Those who have joined right now. So we were going through the concepts of clipping. So in that clipping line we have seen, we have solved a problem on line clipping. And there are many other clipping algorithms that has Lian-Barsky, okay, all those things. So so there are two other line clipping algorithms also, though we don't have into the syllabus. So what is clipping polygon? This thing we have seen in the last class. So why it is complex? It depends on the concepts of input, right? What is the output? So how do you identify, trivially accept or reject the case in the case of a polygon that we are going to identify using a Sutherland-Hartmann algorithm. So in the case of Sutherland-Hartmann algorithm, okay. So let me see here. So what is a Sutherland-Hartmann algorithm? So if you could see here, so how do we identify the concepts, right? So these things I have shown you in the last class. What happens to a triangle during clipping, right? What could be the possible outcomes? All of you just concentrate here. Just concentrate here. What happens to a triangle during clipping? What happens to your triangle during clipping? What could be the possible outcomes? Here, if you could see, I request you not to put the attendance as of now. You can give the attendance later on. I request all the people to hear the session because I'm going to solve a problem on Sutherland-Hartmann. So there you find it difficult if you don't understand the concept. Okay, so here you could see what is the possible outcomes. Okay, what is the possible outcomes? See what is to be clipped basically. See if this is a triangle original that is blue colored. So the final clipping is the clipped along the boundaries. And one more thing, if it is a quadrilateral, so the clipping boundary is nothing but a clipping around on the left edge, this part, and the top edge, this part. So now you could see in the PPT, the white colored, what is being, it is to be clipped. So you are going to get a triangular quad. Here you are going to get a triangle, right, when you clip. So this is the third case. See, in this case, the clipping has to be performed along the left edge, top edge, right edge, and the bottom edge. So here you are going to get the output. So that is a triangle with the 5 edges. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a concept. Basically, how it is being done. So, and what all the tough cases that we have seen here. See, we have a consequences when you have a problem. We have to clip a concave polygon. So how do you identify this is a concave polygon? Here you could see the angle in between these two edges is more than 180. Hence it is a concave polygon. So we have a complexity when we have to clip a concave polygon, though it is possible to clip. So in the case of concave polygon, when you clip this complete polygon, what all the output, you're going to get a two separate structures. Okay. So now overall review of the Sutherland-Hartmann algorithm, right? Consider each edge of the viewport individually, clip the polygon against the edge equation. For example, when you clip with respect to the right edge, when you are going to clip along this right edge, so what is the polygon that you are going to get? Okay, I'll just erase the annotate or the slide will not move. See here, so this is a polygon that you are going to clip along the edge. Once you clip the edge, what you are going to do, you are going to get this part. This is clipping along the right edge. Okay, now clipping along the bottom to the same basic thing. So I'm going to clip along the bottom, right? So when you clip along the bottom, okay, see, clip along the bottom, what happens? This part has to be clipped. You will get this part. Again, similarly on the left edge. So when you clip this, so this part is going to be clipped and you are going to get again at the top. So final clipping, what you are going to get is a white colored clipping along the boundaries. It is same as if like a Cohen-Sutherland algorithm, but Cohen-Sutherland is a line clipping along the boundaries. We are going to clip the line, whereas here the whole polygon edges are going to be clipped along the various edges. Fine. Now let me go to the algorithm. So I stated algorithm last week on the Monday's class. So if you could remember what we have done in the case of a Cohen-Sutherland algorithm. So let me go with the example. Let me go with the example. This is example. These four statements are related to the various cases wherein we have first vertex is outside, the second vertex is inside. In one case, both the vertices are inside. The third is first vertex is inside and the second vertex is outside. Similarly, in the third case, totally outside. Now let us see here. What is out in? What is out in here? With respect to the vector v1, v2, v1 is out, that is within this clipping window. Try to understand. Once again, are you following? Are you people following? Okay, so let me show you. This I had explained in the last class. Once again, my intention is to make sure that you should be able to understand the concept. Okay, so given the problem, you should be in a position to solve the problem. Okay, see, we have vector v1, v2. So vector v1 is outside. So always one more thing, while doing a Cohen-Sutherland, you use a anti-clockwise direction with respect to the vectors. It is not that if the polygon is given like this, all of you, if the polygon is given like this, the directions you have to analyze in this way. That is anti-clockwise. If the polygon is given like this, all of you just see the polygon. This is a polygon, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a square along. For example, if you have a square like this, the borders, that time how do you analyze? So you have to go along the anti-clockwise. This is the direction. Consider anti-clockwise direction and clipping has to be performed along the, hopefully understood, right? Now in this case, you could see out in. So out in means V1 is outside, V2 is outside. In this time, how do you clip? You clip to the intersected at one of the edges of a clipped window, that is called V1 dash and V2. So clipping will give V1 dash V2. Similarly, we have the case in means both the edges are on the within the clipped window. That time the clipped window V1 V2 will give you the output as V2. Similarly, we have in out, that is one of the vertices is falling inside the clipped window. This is a clipped window, okay, clipping window. The V2 is falling outside, so V1 V2. So in that case, remember what you are going to give. So in the case of in out, we are going to give only the intersected point. In the case of in out, remember in out, whereas out in, one clipped at the edge, another is a existing. In simply the second vertex, simply the second vertex. Remember, you should remember this to solve the problem, right? Similarly, in the case of in out, you should remember the intersected V1 dash. The output should be the V1 dash. Similarly, when it is completely V1 V2, you don't return anything, you simply return a null, that is none. Nothing is going to be returned. Okay, so from the clipping window. So with respect to these points, remember when it is out in, you have to deliver two vertices, that is one clipped, one is unclipped. So when it is within one edge, within the inside, you have to deliver the second vertex. When you have from inside to outside, again you deliver one, that is only the intersected with the boundary, right? When it is outside, none is being delivered. Okay, now let me go to the fine. Okay, here is a problem. Here is a problem. So this is being given a problem. So you have to clip along the various edges. So here is the clipping window. Remember, all of you, this is a clipping window. This is my clipping window. Okay, the polygon is this. So ultimately, when I ask you what could be the output, if I ask you the output directly, so what, this is a clipping window. So what would be the output? So output, you would write this one, right? Clipped along this, right? Then this is a clipped along this. Is it or not? And this itself will give. Finally, along the boundaries, this itself is the, right? Is it or not? But how it is being achieved? How it is being achieved by using Sutherland-Hartmann? So this we will see. Okay. Now, remember, here is the border. Here is the window. This is a clipping window. The dotted lines, square, rectangle is a, so this is a polygon to be clipped. Okay, let me start with the left clipper. Left clipper means what you have to think, all of you remember, if you have a confusion, left clipper means you have to consider a triangle left border. This rectangle, no? Along this border. So along this border, what are the edges that you are going to pass? So we will pass the edges, as I said, in the case of anti-clockwise, not clockwise. We will pass the input edge anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise, let me start with all the edges. 1, 2, okay, 2, 3, 3, 1. Clear? Hope understood. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1. In this case, first input edges, let me go with the 1, 2. And we are going to pass through the left clipper. This is too important for you to understand. What is left clipper? Left clipper always analyze with this respect to the border along this complete rectangle. Once again, I'll draw. So if this is my rectangle, left clipper means complete this left, complete this left. So what all the edges that passes? Let me consider all the edges. 1, 2. Whether 1, 2 passes through the left edge, So it is with respect to the left clipper, it is completely inside. Here we have a confusion. Many people have a confusion. I'm just asking you whether 1, 2, what is the status of 1, 2 with respect to the left clipper? With respect to the left clipper, all of you could see 1, 2 is in. So when you have in, so what you have to deliver? You have to deliver only the 2. So as per the rule of the algorithm. Again, now with respect to the left clipper, 2, 3. 2, 3 is inside, outside. When you have inside, outside, you have to deliver the intersected vertex, that is 2 bar. 2 bar is being delivered. So it is inside, outside. Similarly, 3, 1. Always think of only one clipper. With respect to the one clipper, it is 3, 1. 3, 1 is outside, inside. So you have outside, inside. So when you have outside, inside, what you have to deliver? You have to deliver 2 vertices. One is the intersected and one is the next. So 3 bar 1. So here is the output of the left clipper. Now we do proceed. Okay. Similar, see, you have a if you have a confusion 1, 2, 1, 2, you cannot say it is outside, inside with respect to the left clipper. Only with respect to the left clipper, it is completely outside, inside. No, with respect to the left clipper, whatever the thing that falls inside on this part of this border, it is inside. So left clipper, this dotted line. So 1, 2 is totally inside, 1, 2. Whereas 2, 3, it passing through the left clipper. So in, out. Similarly, 3, 1 is passing through the 3, 1 is passing through the what? Outside, inside. Is it or not? Is it or not? Yes. Now coming to the right clipper. What is right clipper? Right clipper is this, all of you. Remember, if you could see the window, this is a border of the window. This is the right clipper. So here I have a right clipper. Hopefully all are able to visible. Whatever annotating, this is a right clipper. So to the right clipper, again, you have to go on writing the edges that has been obtained from the left clipper. Okay. Try to understand, all of you. So this is the right clipper. So to the right clipper, what do we have? See, from the new obtained edges, 2, 2 bar, no? 2, 2 bar. Let me write 2, 2 bar. So 2, 2 bar for the right clipper, what it is? It is completely inside for the right clipper. See, anything that falls within this is inside. So 2, 2 bar is already falling within. So they're not finding on the right hand side of it. So it is inside. When you have inside, what is the output? The second intercept, that is called 2, 2 bar. 2 bar you are going to. Similarly, the next edge is 2 bar, 3 bar, because this has been clipped with respect to the left vertex. So 2 bar, 3 bar. Again, 2 bar is inside. 3 bar is being returned. Again, the next is 3, 1. All the vertices that you represent over here are inside with respect to the right clipper, because nothing is being intersecting and all are within this, right? It is inside only, right? So finally, you have got this. Fine. Then coming to the bottom clipper. What is bottom clipper? See here, bottom clipper. So anything that falls within the downside is this is a left clipper, so bottom clipper. So now let me analyze. Hopefully able to understand. So this is a bottom clipper. Let me continue here. So now from the bottom clipper, so from the right edge, what you have got? You have got the same thing, 2 bar, 3 bar, 1, 2. So again, we have to continue in the anti-clockwise, 2 bar, 3 bar, okay? 2 bar, 3 bar. Here we have 2 bar, 3 bar. So when you have 2 bar, 3 bar with respect to the bottom edge, bottom clipper, it is inside outside. See, inside outside, you have to intersect the 2 double bar. You have to deliver 2 double bar. Similarly, 3 bar 1, it is completely outside with respect to the bottom clipper. So it returns none. Again, 1 2 1 2 with respect to the bottom clipper, it is outside inside. So what you are going to deliver when you have outside clipped 1 bar and the second vertex, right? This one. Similarly, 2 2 bar, when you return 2 2 bar, all of you try to understand, it is with respect to the bottom clipper, it is inside only. When you have inside, you deliver 2. So hope you are able to understand. Similarly, when I clip this along the top clipper, as you could see, all vertices are inside with respect to the top clipper. Why? Because it falls within inside, no? It is not, any intersection points are not there, and also no one is falling above. So there is no concept of outside inside or inside outside or outside. We have only all the vertices are inside. So to the clipped, what is being clipped here? See, this is clipped always. See, 2 bar, it is clipped. From 2 bar, you have to start from 2 bar to 1, right? 1 2 2. How we have written this? If you have a confusion here, see here, all of you, all are inside. So from 2 bar, you have to start next 2 bar to 3 bar here, 3 bar to 1, 1 to 2. When you have inside, you are going to resemble this 2 bar. And we have inside to out, you have to resemble 2 bar. Similarly, when you have out in, you have to resemble 3 bar 1. So 3 bar 1 will be retained. See, 3 bar 1 will be retained. See, 3 bar 1 will be retained. Clear? Hopefully able to understand the concept. So we have to clip the image through the various clippers to understand this. Left, right, bottom. And finally, you have to get what exactly the intercepts that you have to get. That is 1 bar, 2 bar, 2 double bar. So 1 bar, 2 bar, 2 double bar. This is a complete clipped image that you are going to get it. So for at the time sake, directly you can analyze what is being clipped, but how it is being performed with respect to the left clipper, with respect to the left clipper, what is the first image that you are going to get? So in the left clipper, this portion is going to be eliminated. Then you are going with the right clipper. Then we are going to get with the right clipper. So with respect to the right clipper, all are inside. You are going to get the same image. That is 1, 2, 2, 2 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 3 bar 1. Again, when you come to the bottom clipper. So when you come to the bottom clipper, so this is a bottom clipper. So you are going to get this intersection, right? So you are going to get the intersection, this intersection. See here, 2 bar 3, it delivers 2 bar. So this is being obtained. 2 bar is being obtained basically at the bottom clipper. And 3 bar 1 completely out. So nothing is being written. 1, 2, what you will deliver, it is in, out in. So we're going to deliver 1 bar 2. Then for top clipper, everything is inside. So able to understand the concept. So I'll give you one of the problem to solve it. Try to solve this problem. So if you are not able to solve, I might address this problem in the classroom. So one of the problem to solve this Sutherland-Hartman problem. The final set with respect to this, we are going to clip the image. So hopefully able to understood, right? So let me stop the today's session. So those who have not given the attendance can give the attendance into the chat session.